Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to our brand new video. I just wanted to say quickly before the video starts that I'm really sorry guys that I haven't posted in like the last 2 weeks and before the end of month. Life has been just all over the place. Yeah, a lot of things have changed. I lost my main Instagram account, so I'll put my new Instagram somewhere here, like at the top corner somewhere. I got I just wrote a mean comment. I went to delete it and my account was gone before I could delete it. This is what it looks like for me. You guys can see no DMs, camera, nothing opens. I have no followers, no posts, no nothing. But if I go on my alt account and I look up my profile's still there. It's not hacked. If you still follow his profile, no one will DM you. Nothing will happen. So if I do get access, I'll update you guys. But for now, my only Instagram is the one that is on the screen right now. Thank you very much for being patient with me. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye bye.
What is up, guys? We're back again with another vlog. I'm just here making my salt water for the gym. Absolutely love this, and by God, it was so good. I swear to God, it hydrated me really well. I felt really good in training. Today we've got a super heavy squat. I got knee sleeves, so I'll try getting like 140 for a triple. It's an RP 8.5. Last week's RP8 was 132.5, but I'm thinking if I feel really good today and with the knee sleeves, I think I can get that. So I won't like try to overshoot and stuff like that. I've been trying to seriously record a video for the longest time, but Google Drive just does not let me do that for you guys. I recorded so much, many triples, many fives. This whole program, I've been recording everything, but I just can't get to posting it because Google Drive doesn't let me. It just takes way too fucking long. So, that's been super unmotivating. If you guys wonder why there's like a lens flare here, I cracked my protector and exactly on the camera, that's why it's like that. That's just been super unmotivating. The way I shoot videos in order to keep my thoughts in order, you guys know I'm like have ADHD, and it's kind of hard to not get off track when I'm talking about something for more than like 5 minutes. The way I keep my thoughts in order is shooting these short clips that are like segments of like maybe 2 to 5 minutes each, and that allows me to really like keep on track, and I can like breathe through them, and I'm like, okay, this is what I'm talking about, I'm gonna keep talking about this. That lets me be more straight to the point. But when I do that, I end up with like 15 clips. It's much harder to upload 15 5-minute clips than like one 45-minute clip or whatever. It takes like ages. There's no like off the app transfer. So if I'm out of the Google Drive app, it's just not uploading the files, and they're just sitting there waiting for me to go back in the app and like actually click on them, which is super frustrating. So really the free time thing is just like driving school, mainly driving school. I'm just really stressed about it. If any of you are like recently become drivers, you guys know what it's like. Because I have a lot of shit coming up, and I have school coming up. Not that worried about school, to be fair. I haven't been able to rest to the max in the past couple of weeks. It's really challenging. It's like a mental thing. Outside of the gym, it just feels like a mess, and I'm using every single second I can to just rest. But that's not really going well for me. I'm just getting really overwhelmed. That's okay, that's good. I need to get used to being overwhelmed again. For me, it's really easy to get overwhelmed, but if I can fit everything in my schedule and everything is like on time, like clockwork, then it's really good. Then it works really well.
So, what is up, guys? It is voiceover Alex back at it again. I haven't done a voiceover in so freaking long, but for this video, I decided to let the warm-up clips roll a little bit longer so I can talk through you guys how I'm feeling during the day, how everything went. Here we have one of my, I think this is my fourth, or like this is like my second or third warm-up. Here we have 110 kilos on the bar. I was warming up. As you guys can see, I wasn't feeling too strong on today's session. This was filmed on Monday. I was really well hydrated, but I felt really beat down. One thing I do want to say is my adductors didn't hurt at all while I was squatting, so I'm really happy about that. I will say that mainly that was due to me fixing my me stretching out my adductors before I started working out, and that is something that I will try doing on deadlifts as well. Here we can see I'm getting set. Here is me squatting with my knee sleeves, as I said earlier in the video. I bought them for really cheap. I got a really good deal on them. You can see, boom, a really good squat. It looks slow, but I think my squats have become really consistent in form-wise. There's just not really anything different anytime you see me squat. So I'm really happy about that. I think I'm getting into the perfect squat position for me. Here is my second to last warm up. Here we have 120 kilos on the bar. This was just a formality. I've squatted this a bunch of freaking times, so nothing to worry about. Just boom really quickly to see how I'm feeling. And you can see I wasn't actually resting between my warm up sets. So that's something that gets me really warm, is just not resting between them. And I rest like 2 to 3 minutes between my last warm up and my top set. So that's been really good for me. I can really dial in, I can get really warm and feel good. So I'm really happy about that. Here we have my last warm up of 132 kilos. This was my last week's top set, 132.5 kilos. Just wanted to see how it'll move so I know how to make my jumps. Now here, what you're gonna see is it's gonna look a little slow. I wasn't very confident after this set, but luckily I was with my friend Anton. You guys know him. He's much bigger than me, and he said, you were throwing 140 on the bar and you're gonna squat it for a triple. And I said, okay, give me a minute. Let's fucking go. Well, as you guys saw, it was not an easy set, but I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with the fact that we got that. Again, that is 2.5 kilos under my max, so I'm really excited for what is going to happen with my squat. My deadlift, on the other hand, has been through another switch. As you guys know, we tried out wide sumo, and I didn't really like that, so now I'm switching to more of a narrow stance with my toes being more neutral. I don't know if that'll work for me. It feels pretty good. Here you can see I had a pause deadlift. I think this is one of my warm-ups. I did use straps for this one because I just don't want to fuck with my thumbs for my main deadlift session, which was on Friday. I think it shows how fatigued I was on the pause deadlifts. I couldn't even do more weight than last week. I did 140 last week for a triple paused at RP like 7.5 or something, or 8, something like that. It was pretty easy. But yeah, this week I couldn't get close to it. I felt terrible on deadlifts. So we did a 135 for a triple paused with straps, which is wild because last week we did 140 without straps. I think that's just because I'm switching up my stance though, and I'm fine with it. I'm really okay with it. Here on bench has been going great. Honestly, I want to say it. You know, guys, fuck it. I have to censor that. I'm really happy with bench. Bench is moving again. It's getting close to my previous max. I hit tons of fucking PRs. Another thing I have to censor. And I'm really happy. Bench and squat are moving great. I will see whatever happens on deadlifts happens. I think there's a lot of work I need to do on my deadlift now. I think my deadlift is my kilo wise, it's not my worst lift. I still think that is bench. I feel like I can say that until I bench like 230, like 110 kilos. I feel then I'm gonna be like, okay, my bench is okay. For my total. But until then, I'm still gonna say kilo wise, my bench is the worst. Technique wise, my deadlift has been through the grinder the most amount of times, so that's normal. I don't expect it to be good when I switch up technique every other week. But going back to bench, I felt really strong today. You guys are gonna see for my top set, I didn't go all out. I didn't try to triple 90. I was going to try it if I was feeling good, but I wasn't. So I didn't do it. So this here is last week's top set. I believe last week's top set was 82 and a half. I wanted to go for something bigger. I was thinking maybe 90 kilos, but after doing this last warm-up set, I said, okay, I'll take it conservatively. I won't do a big jump. I'll put 87 and a half, which I think it was a big jump. I think my top set will like show off what I think I need to work on. Changed forever. So I want to talk about this set again. The first rep, I didn't pause it. That's on me. One thing I did change about my bench though, I started flaring my elbows, so you can see my elbows are way more open than they're tucked in. That feels really good on my triceps, and it doesn't feel hard on them at all. I don't feel any pain in my elbows. I think the second rep really highlights the way you should strive to flare out your elbows on the way up. Of course, take it with a grain of salt. Everyone's body is different, so maybe for you, flaring right off the chest might not work. It might be a little bit later, but that's just something you have to experiment with, so don't take my word for granted. And boy, oh boy, deadlifts. Everyone's favorite lift, where everything that could have gone wrong went wrong. So let's get started with talking about deadlifts. I messed up a lot. I didn't do it, like, I was out of it on Friday. I didn't have any food. I didn't have any water. That is on me. I should have done that. I should have made sure I had food. I wasn't very engaged throughout my warm-ups, so that's another thing. I think you guys, if you want to warm up properly, don't just like warm up before you touch the bar. You should also warm up during it. You should be actively thinking through your warm-ups. You should know and cue everything on every single set. Like maybe on your first warm-up, cue one thing. On your second, cue another thing, and make sure the first thing's there. If not, just do it again. You know, unless it's like your second to last warm-up or your last warm-up, then you don't want to retake it. But if it's like no way and it doesn't fatigue you at all, you know, that's not gonna that's gonna only help you. I'm still very happy with the top set we managed to get. I'm not gonna be like super upset about it because life goes on, right? But yeah, this is my last warm-up. Last week we did 165 as a fatigued triple, which pisses me off even more because, you know, this wasn't a fatigued triple here this week. But last week was, and it was still easier. But I'll just let you guys watch the top set and talk about it later.
There was no going back once you've crossed the line, and those who embraced their darkness would be changed forever. But at the end, the world will know your name.
So, as you guys can see, I was very frustrated with my top set. I'm not very happy with how it went. I think it wasn't the best decision to go for 170. I didn't feel too strong on 165, so I should have made 167.5 the point. I messed up plenty of times, and I think I'll focus on my technique even more, on my deload, and when we go into peak week, hopefully we can hit a nice PR. Here we have my back offs. I did 140, so that's, I guess you can call that a PR. I did a 145 last week for back offs. Here you guys can see I'm a lot more aggressive with my head. That's something I should have done on the top sets earlier, and you can see the lockout is much easier. Here on my second back off, I opened up a little wider. I stepped a little wider because I think that is closer to what my stance should be. I'm pretty sure that is closer to my stance width. It should be like a little bit out of the rings. So for a par bar, it looks quite wide. It's not that wide, to be fair. It's just outside the rings. It's like 10 centimeters out of the rings. So it shouldn't be too wide. It shouldn't look too wide. But, you know, it's whatever. I felt pretty good here. I think I should be able to get my hips a little lower than this. You know, people always talk about having, you know, higher hips. You should have higher hips than you think and everything. But if I can have my hips lower and closer to the bar, I think that's going to help me a little bit more, because I've never had an issue with hip rise. I don't think I have. So yeah, I might try that. Anyways, moving right along, I did high bar squats at RP 8. I think this is the most volume I've done on high bar, maybe. I did 90 for 6 before this, and that was too easy, so I put 100 on, and I was like, yeah, that would be probably pretty chill. I should hit RP8, and I think I hit RP8. You guys can see me. I'm still squatting pretty wide. I just doesn't feel comfortable for me to squat like narrow now. I just don't have balance, and I think that's okay. I think people should squat in like the way they feel comfortable, and even if it's high bar, I'm gonna squat a little bit wider. If that's how I maintain my balance and I'm strong enough, I'm gonna do that. But yeah, pretty happy with how this week went. Lots of PRs, a little bit tilted from, you know, deadlifts, but that's okay. You know, as long as 2 out of the 3 lifts are going well, that means we're making progress, and sometimes that's all that matters, you know? Thank you so much for watching, guys, and if you made it through the entire video, once again, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share the video with your friends. If you feel like it, go follow my new Instagram, since my last one got obliterated by the moderators. I was Get Strong Alex, and I'm getting stronger every single week, and I hope to see you next week. Bye bye.